And so I think, and many other people agree, that this was always about oil and us taking control of Venezuela's oil industry. You see, Venezuela has some of the largest oil reserves in the entire world. However, its industry only produces about 1% of the total global supply. And now that's because Venezuela's oil industry is frankly very poor. Now, it has to do with a lot of mismanagement, a lot of corruption, and also the sanctions that they've been facing. And now, instead of the United States actually helping them in this situation or seeing this as a tragedy, Trump and his administration see this as untapped potential, a way in order for us to seize their industry so that it could benefit us and oil companies. Trump didn't even try to hide this. After the invasion, he openly said that American oil companies should enter Venezuela, rebuild the infrastructure, and extract oil and then sell it globally. That is not the talk of law enforcement or democracy. That was his business pitch. And now let me take a moment to be clear that, of course, Maduro was a dictator, he was corrupt, he was authoritarian, and he was responsible for years of repression. Many Venezuelans were relieved to see him gone, and that is understandable. But removing a dictator does not justify then controlling a country's government and their economy. Venezuelans wanted democracy, and they probably want sovereignty. They don't want to be controlled. And now the United States, instead of supporting a Venezuelan-led transition in their government, like supporting the people that won the election last time, the opposition that beat Maduro, instead of empowering them, he leaves the same power structure in place just to align with American interests. So the way I see it is the same system of corruption, just with a new controller, the United States. And you see, this move by Trump fits a long pattern that the United States has had in Latin America, especially in the 20th century, where we use all kinds of excuses in order to intervene in their government and economy, all the way from communism to drugs to democracy. And that is why I think this move by Trump is so dangerous, because it just echoes the Monroe Doctrine, or it echoes moves of United States imperialism, in which we're literally taking control of another country's economy and government. In addition to that, I think this sets a very bad precedent for other countries, massive countries like China and Russia, that are also looking to expand their empires and trying to invade other countries. This just shows to them that if you're a strong enough country, just provide some excuses and then invade another country and it's okay. The truth is, this was never about law enforcement, this was never about drugs or drug trafficking, this was never about taking out a dictator or putting a regime change. This was always about oil. This was always about United States capitalism and imperialism. And this is why this move by Trump is so terrible and a dangerous action. And I hope a lot of Americans wake up and realize this.